Good morning and welcome to another session of the Product Management View webinar series. Before our speaker starts, I've got just a few housekeeping details I'd like to share with our listeners. All listeners today have a muted line. If you have a question to our speaker about his presentation or any issues with how you're viewing the presentation itself, please go to the question and answer section on the webinar control panel at the right side of your screen. All questions will be held until the end and addressed by the speaker during the Q&A session. I would now like to formally welcome you once more to the Product Management View webinar series. I'm Chelsea Whithead from Rima Technology Solutions, one of the sponsors of this webinar series, and I will be your moderator. It is my pleasure to introduce Mike Kottmeyer, who will be giving the presentation today, Driving Visibility into Product Requirements Management. Mike is currently a VersionOne product expert, using his background as a co-creator of the DSDM Agile Product Leadership Certification Program and his training as a certified Scrum Master to help customers understand how to best apply the VersionOne tool in an Agile development environment. Mike is also on the board of the Agile Project Leadership Network, the APLN, founder of the Atlanta chapter of the APLN, and an honorary member of the DSDM Consortium. Prior to joining VersionOne, Mike was a senior project manager for Check Free Corporation, where he project managed a portfolio of projects for their online banking and bill payment business unit. Mike is a PMP certified project manager and has worked primarily with Agile methodologies for the past 4 years. He is passionate about driving adoption of iterative product development techniques and helping to bridge the gap between traditional project management and Agile project management. With no further ado, I would like to introduce Mike Kottmeyer, and I'm going to give him a presenter status. And take it away, Mike.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for having me today. Let me make sure I can get my monitor up here really quick. Chelsea, are we good?
There we go. You're good.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, again, thanks so much for having me today. As Chelsea mentioned, I am a expert at VersionOne. That basically means that I am fortunate enough to get to run around the country and train people on how to use and install the VersionOne application. And in doing that, I get to meet a lot of different teams doing Agile development, really all around the world. And so I'm anxious to get started here and to share with you some of my experiences from being out and working with this broad cross-section of Agile teams. So again, thanks for having me. You know, at VersionOne, we're passionate about Agile methodologies. We're very excited about the value that they can bring to all of the stakeholders involved in the software development lifecycle. But today, we're going to focus specifically on product managers. We've got product managers in the spotlight. And today we're going to talk about how Agile methods can significantly improve a product manager's understanding of where they are or where the requirements are in the software development lifecycle. I'm going to probably talk today for about 35 or 40 minutes. We're going to make sure that we allow a good 10 or 15 minutes at the end of the presentation to answer any questions that might come up during the talk. As Chelsea mentioned, log those online through the GoToWebinar, and then I guess at the end, Chelsea will read them off, and we'll see what we can do to get your questions answered. So I guess with no further ado, let's get started. Okay, so topics for today's session. I'm assuming that we've got mostly product managers on the call. And I'm also going to make another assumption, although I'm not sure exactly how accurate it might be. I'm going to make the assumption that not everyone on the call is really intimately familiar with Agile methodologies. So I am counting on everyone at least being a little interested in Agile methodologies, or else I guess you guys wouldn't spend your lunch hour here listening to me talk. So what I want to get started with today is to do a brief introduction to Agile development. This will help us all get on the same page and to do a level set on how VersionOne, how I specifically think about some of the issues that we're going to be talking about. Next, we're going to talk about the types of problems, the types of projects, the type of products that